Hi, my name is Karen and I want to welcome you to Stream Thursday. Today we're going to explore animation. So animation is stories told through moving pictures. On Tuesday we talked about some stories that were made of pictures, and so now the pictures are going to be moving. So all types of animation follow the same principles of tricking the eye through an optical illusion of making you believe that a still picture is moving. Let's look at a couple that we can do ourselves. Okay, so our first one that we're going to look at today is called a thermotrope. It's an optical illusion from the early 1900s, and it's one of the first examples of animation. What it is you have either a stick or a string, but it's two pictures on opposite sides. So this one is a fish bowl, and then on the other side we have a fish. And when you spin it, either using strings or the stick, you get the optical illusion of the fish in the bowl. So let's go ahead and make our own. It's really quick. So you're gonna need a couple supplies. You're gonna need a piece of paper, something to draw the circles with, some scissors, and pens, pencil, just so you can draw your picture. So first things first, you're gonna wanna take your paper and fold it in half. Now the reason we do that is so you get two circles exactly the same, and you only have to cut once. So take your circle maker and just trace around it like that. Nice and simple. So you have your circles. So we're going to cut them out. If we cut them out while it's folded, then we get two. And yours will be neater because you're going to take your time and make beautiful circles. And this one. Okay, so now we have our two circles. So what we're going to do is on one circle, we're going to draw a picture and we'll draw our fishbowl. So just nice and simple. I have my bowl. We'll draw my fishes in like a little cup. And here's some water for the top. Yours are going to be so much better, I know. So then on our other piece, we're going to draw the fish. So let's see what kind of fish we can draw upside down. So he'll go like this and like that. And you want to make sure that your pictures are pretty much in the center of the circle so that your fish will be inside the bowl. So you go like this, and so he goes, and he has like, he's got a really weird fin. So we have this. Let's give him an eyeball. Okay, so now we have our fish bowl and our fish. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take we'll need our stick. The easiest way to do it is if you just have with the back of the paper, put this down, get your tape. You can use a glue stick too. Tape just sticks faster. Tape it right in the center there. Then make a circle with your tape so that you have sticky on all sides of it. So now I have my tape circle, and I'll put that right in the center too. I'm going to take my other piece of paper with my fish on it, and I'm going to stick it to the back, just like this. So when I look at it, I have a fish on one side and a fishbowl on the other side. Let's see if this super fast one works. Here we go. There, my fish is in the fishbowl. Wasn't that fun? So you guys can draw more elaborate pictures, you can draw whatever you want to do, and you can use your imagination to make your own thermotropes. Okay, our next animation project is going to be a Flipbook animation. Flipbooks are a couple more pages than a thermotrope, but it follows along the same line of having a picture flash really quickly in front of your eyes to make it look like they're moving. So I made a really simple one, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so now I'll show you how to make your own flipbook animation. The one I'm going to show you has 16 pages, and you can make it as long or as short as you want. It's just out of one piece of paper we can get an easy 16 pages all the same size. So you're going to take a sheet of paper and we're going to fold it So you're going to take your paper and you're going to fold it in half like that, and you're going to fold it in half again, so it's in fours. Then you're going to unfold it and fold it in half in the opposite direction. So it doesn't matter which direction you start in, you're going to fold it in half. So in each direction, you're going to fold it in half twice so that you have a piece of paper that looks like this. And you see all the crease lines on it? So that's what you're going to use to cut your equal sized pages. So just cut along all the crease lines and you'll get 16 equal sized pieces of paper. So this is what we're going to draw our pictures on. So the way a Flipbook animation works is that you have one picture and then the next picture is just slightly different, and then so on and so on and so on. So when you see them quickly, it looks like the picture is moving. What we're going to do today, what I'm going to show you really quickly, is a ball bouncing off the floor. So the easiest way to do a simple one is that you will take your first page, and just draw a line. So I'm just going to draw a line right across the bottom, and I'm going to draw a ball coming down from the top. Okay, here's my first page. So my line is here and my ball is here. The next page, the line is going to stay at the same exact spot. So you can always go back and look at the previous one that you did, so that the line is at the same spot. But the ball is going to be a little bit closer to the line. So I'll just make it just a tiny bit closer. So this is the first one, this is the next one, and you're going to keep going until from pages 3 through 7 till it's almost touching the line on page 7. And then when you get to page 8, you're going to have it, you're going to still draw your line. So every page you're going to draw the line, and then on page 8, your ball hit the line. Now, when balls hit the ground or something, they deform a little bit, so you can make the ball look a little bit more squished when it's on 8. The next pages, 9 through 16, the ball will appear to bounce off the line. So here's my line again. So pretend this is page 9. My ball was flat on page 8, and so it's just coming off the line on page 9. So all the way till the end. So now from 9 through 16, the ball will start floating off in the other direction. So this was an example of how to make a simple flip book with the drawings, and then to staple it together, what you're going to do, just to make it a little bit easier to flip, you're going to want to pull out the bottom pages just a little bit so you can flip it down like that. Then you're going to take your stapler and give it 2 good staples, and then this is how we watch it. So to watch your Flipbook animation, you're going to hold it in one hand by the stapled edge, and you're going to grab it in your other hand and pull down gently on the edge of the pages. And you should see your ball start to bounce. It's a little hard to get the perfect movement, but the more you play with it, the better it'll be, and you'll get to see your animation. So our third project today is going to be stop motion animation. In our first 2 animated projects, we drew pictures on pieces of paper and moved them quickly past our eyes to form the illusion of movement. In this one, we have objects that we take pictures, single pictures of each time, move them very small increments, and then take another picture, and then when all those frames of film, which are single pictures, are run together, then everything looks like it's moving. So some popular examples of stop motion animation is Coraline, Shaun the Sheep, and The Nightmare Before Christmas. So let me show you a simple stop motion animation setup that you can do with a phone or a tablet. So I have here, this is just a paper tripod that I made. If you have a tripod, what you mostly need is something to hold the camera still. So our phones, tablets, a real camera, that would be really cool to use because that would be a lot easier. So what you're going to do is something to take still pictures with. Then you're going to need some objects. I have the elusive glue stick and a stormtrooper and a little horse. So as you can see, they're on the You can see that they're on the frame and they're just standing there. So what I'm going to do is I'll do it and I'll take one picture. So you press the button once. Okay, so there's one picture. Then I move it and I'll have my stormtrooper coming in to see what the giant glue stick is, and I'll take the picture. Then I'll do it again, very small. And you're going to continue this way for a really long time. Stop motion animation takes a long time to make. So here's an example of about a 25-second movie that I made using stop motion animation. So that was about a 25-second movie, and it took at a frame rate of 12 frames per second. It took about 65 pictures and about an hour for me to make. The movies that I mentioned before, like Coraline and Nightmare Before Christmas, are shot at a frame rate of 24 frames per second. So if you do the math for a 90-minute movie, that's about 130,000 frames per character in each shot. So that's why movies can take up to 5 years to make. So I hope you have enjoyed that short overview of animation. So now go imagine your story and animate it. Join us next Tuesday for more Imagine Your Story.